Hey, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Weather Nerds YouTube channel here for a live update here on our storm system here on Super Bowl Sunday. And if you're new to the channel and if you'd like to get further updates on the storm system as we progress throughout today and to tomorrow, all you got to do is subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I do these updates so you can keep up on the latest developments on this storm system. Actually, as we say, we're tracking two different facets of the storm system. We've got a severe element that's bound basically down in this area, down to Louisiana and the Texas Gulf Coast. And of course, we've got this winter storm element back here across the Texas Panhandle, where they've been getting reports of heavy snow rates up to an inch an hour. As expected, a little bit of a convective nature, as I was explaining in earlier postings on this. So again, two levels of the storm that we're going to watch here, and is going to be progressing across the southeast, the middle of the country, and eventually into the northeast here as we head into Monday and Tuesday. So let's go ahead and take a look right now at the latest watches and advisories out right now. Now we do have the yellow area down here. That's the tornado watch box that's out right there. This is the severe thunderstorm watches in here, and this back here is the winter element of it here. Obviously, you got the winter weather advisories there in the purple, winter storm warnings there in the pink, and as well as the storm system progresses into the southeast, this green area, that's actually flash flood watches that are up here across areas of Carolinas, Georgia, and Alabama as some heavy rain moves in. And of course, here in the northeast, there's winter storm watches up in preparation for the storm system that is coming that way. So a pretty dynamic system. Definitely two different elements. You've got an upper level energy, which is basically where it's given the snow. You got the low pressure down to the south. They don't really kind of come and get together really until tomorrow, really, where it starts to phase and the pressure starts to drop off, and could be a pretty decent snowstorm for the northeast when this is all said and done. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the convective outlook on this one. They have made an update since my morning update here this morning, where they went ahead and increased it to enhanced area. That's that area there in orange for the severe weather right through there. So that's going to means a higher risk for tornadoes in that orange area. It's right along that warm front boundary right through there, which is not unheard of. You got some pretty good wind shear, which means you got winds coming from two different directions there. So we'll break it down by the categories real quick. Again, you got a higher risk for tornadoes now, getting up into that 10% area in that enhanced area right there. The wind threat is staying the same at about 15% in that big yellow area right through Alabama, stretching back over toward the Texas Gulf Coast, as well as a higher hail threat as these storms are a little heftier and could be dumping some large hail greater than 3/4 inch in that swath there in the red. Obviously about 30% there right now. So again, it's going to be just one of those days that if you're in this part of the country, just to keep a watchful on that, as well as the winter path of this as well, as we go through today and into tomorrow as things begin to progress here. Let me go over to the radar here. We'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer here, and let's go ahead and go to my interactive here so I can do some motion on this for you. As I do have the storm reports up, just to kind of show you that we did have a funnel cloud, as at least reported earlier, with the tornado warning we had earlier in here. And these are kind of indications of some of the hail reports that have been in here as well, up to 1.5 inches with these storms that are currently sitting off toward the west or to the east now. Those were jumping some hail. So these are these storms right in here now that have moved off toward the east there. Let's go ahead and move this over here. We can check the winter storm elements of this as well. You've got a lot of winter reports up through here. 2.5 inches around near the Lubbock area, 5 inches on the ground there. So it looks like the NAM, 6 inches on the ground there. So what the North American model and the high resolution was showing yesterday looks like it's verifying pretty well here. 8 inches of snow on the ground there in Floyd, Texas. I mean, these are some pretty good snow amounts, and that's because it is a little more of a convective nature with the snows. And when it's convective, it means that you can get a higher precipitations amounts. And I suspect as this goes through the day here, going into Lawton and Wichita Falls, into those areas, you're going to see obviously some higher, this switching over here through here, switching over to snow as we go through the day going into those areas. So if you're not part of that area, just again, watch out for that as we progress here through today and into tomorrow. Should be clearing out though by the time we head into tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and look at the latest model data here. We're going to track you through this here as we go through today and into tomorrow. Again, you can see the low kind of moving off, and it kind of not really phasing with the upper energy. So you're kind of seeing that kind of laying back a little bit here with that. You got the upper core back here This is the surface low, so they're not quite together just yet, but we're still good because of the mild temperatures in here. This area in here will be prone for the severe weather as we go through the day heading into tomorrow. So this is going into tomorrow morning. So it'll be a pretty active day, say around 10 o'clock into about the late afternoon for areas across Alabama and Georgia. So it'll be clearing from west to east. You still got that area there with the snow path on the northern fringe of this. So this is going to track up this way as the low tracks to just to the south there. So as this continues to move off toward the east, it'll drag that low with it, and then it starts to phase a little bit toward the end there. And as it kind of comes together, that's when the snow rates will kind of pick up there across areas of Pennsylvania and into the upper cities there. Although it doesn't appear to be quite as dynamic as what it was showing earlier there on the earlier model run. So again, as long as those two entities are kind of staying apart, not kind of working together, the snow or the winter storm element may not be as impressive for the areas of the Northeast. But for right now, some very good snows there falling across areas of the areas of Texas, the Panhandle, and going into Oklahoma right now. Now, the severe side of this continues to be down toward the south and east here. It's going to be this area down here and to the eastern portions of Texas that we're going to watch very closely, as you do have that one severe thunderstorm warning sitting right in there right now. And this will be the zone that'll be prime for the possibility of tornadoes in here. What you got is you got pretty good wind shear. You got winds coming in like this. You got upper level winds kind of crossing it as it's being pushed along with this deepening trough digging in there. So you get the wind shear, you get the spin, and that higher, and right along the boundary is where that's going to be with that warm front sitting up here toward the north. That's going to ride. That's what's going to be the right along that layer there that have the highest risk of possibly seeing tornadoes in that area. Let me go back to that map once again here, and again, check out, show you. I mean, you got that boundary again. So you see the warm front right through here. So just south of that boundary, right along that boundary, that is where we're going to watch there for tornadoes right through there, and that is right where that enhanced area I just showed you will be showing the highest risk for severe weather in that area. So the winter storm element and severe element will be continue to progress here through this afternoon, and I'll continue to watch this very closely. Right now, not a lot of activity out there as far as severe weather. I've only got one severe thunderstorm warning out there right now. The snows are definitely picking up quite heavily, as we just showed you there with some of the observations. Snow totals up towards 8-9 inches being reported already in the Texas Panhandle, and that snow will be switching over as we head into Oklahoma here, as we head to the late afternoon and into the early evening hours. All right, that's your update for now. Quick, down and dirty. I'd like to get you the latest on this. I will be back on here again in about 3 hours or so, about before the Super Bowl kicks off. I want to get one more update here for you as we track these storms here for this afternoon. If you're in these areas, just make sure that you got your alerts on, your phones on, be ready to react if you get any severe weather in your area. And then the winter weather path on this through Oklahoma and heading up through Arkansas and into Missouri. Just watch this very closely, because it's going to be a very thin layer. It's going to be, boom or bust with the snowfall on this, because it's such a small, path with the upper level system dragging behind the low pressure system for today. So my plan right now, another update here at 4, probably do another one again as we head into 8 o'clock tonight, and I'll continue to do these updates throughout the day for tomorrow as we track this system across the United States. All right, that's your update for now. You guys take it easy. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll be more happy to answer them for you. Till then, you guys take it easy. We'll see you a little bit later this afternoon.